to Reptilian Alien Games.
Welcome to Reptilian Alien Game Dev, and today we're continuing our series, Let's Make a Horror Game, and we're going to be building a house today. Something similar to this, okay? So you want to make sure you have a Probuilder, and if you don't have the window open, you come up here, Probuilder, and click on Probuilder window, and it looks something like this, okay? And first, though, we're going to get started. We got to go get some materials that we're going to use for our house. And a couple places you could do that at is one is itch.io. You have to come over here to game assets, and I'm going to sort it by free. And then over here you could click on textures, and then you can find free textures to use for this tutorial. Okay. I'm looking for like medieval style art here, but I'm not really seeing what I want. But this is a good pack. I got this one already. But basically, you would hit download now if you wanted this pack, and I recommend if you have the money donating um, whatever amount of money you would like, or if not, if you have no money to pay for this, or if you just want to check it out, you can hit no thanks and just take me to the downloads, and you'll download a folder and you just drag and drop it into your Unity asset folder. Okay, but I'm going to pull some off from the Unity asset store. I'm going to do a couple searches. I just wanted to show y'all itch.io is an extra resource if you can't find what you're looking for on Unity. There's other places you can go, and that's one of them, to get good assets for free or paid assets. Okay, so let's see. We want to go to 2D and click on textures and materials. And I'm going to sort it by free. Okay. And actually, I'm going to type up here. I'm going to type in wood and see what we find. Okay. And I'm going to make sure I'm in textures and materials. Okay. This is a good one. I recommend you getting. Even if it's just for one of them, one asset, it's worth getting a pack that has multiple ones, even if you're only going to use one. So open that in Unity. You'll download it and then import it. It'll look something like that. And then you would hit import. I already have it in here, so I'm not going to. I'm going to try to find some I don't have, but you don't have to pick the same ones as I do, but I recommend just going in and finding some. Or you can pick the same ones as me, it don't matter. I'll show y'all which ones I have, but you'll use that same process to do what I just did. I got this one, so go ahead, do that same process that I showed you and get that one if you'd like it. Excuse me. I have this one because we're going to need this later on in the tutorial. You can go ahead and grab it now, though. When we start building the dock, I got this one as well. Ooh, Sedu, but it's not exactly what I want. Okay. So I'm gonna type in, let's see, maybe some stone. Select on textures and materials. And let's see. Not really what I'm looking for. Okay, let's see. That looks good. I'm gonna grab this one, I think. Yep. Download it, and then I'm gonna import it. Excuse me, sorry. Import it. Go back to the asset store and let's find some more. And of course, I recommend grabbing more than what you need because you never know, like once in your scene, it might not work for you. All right. This actually is pretty nice. Yep. Open in Unity. Download. Let's see what these other ones look like. Let's see about this one. A little too cartoonish. Okay, I think we got the textures we need. I just gotta let that one download. Import it. Okay, we're finally done with that. We can close out of the package manager. And first thing we need to do though is come over here to Window, go to Rendering, Render Pipeline Converter. Then we're going to change this setting right here to built into URP. Check all these boxes. Okay, we got to initialize the converters. Okay, so now we're going to click Convert Assets. And it's going to take a while. I already done this step, just letting y'all know to convert the assets. And after that gets done, it's going to probably take about 2 or 3 times as long as the initialize converters. But once that is done, you could exit out of this. Okay, now we're ready to start building our house. So I'm going to Probuilder window. And I'm going to select new shape, cube. I'm just clear all this out. Change it to 0. Make sure on cube and drag out a house. Okay, so sorry, my mouse is acting crazy. I'm gonna draw a foundation. I'm gonna select this face and I'm gonna drop it down a bit. Actually, select the object mode and then Probuilder right here. I'm gonna change the material to that so I can line it up. Face select. I'm gonna select this face. I'm gonna move it into the start line. Same thing on this side. And this side. And that side. Let's see if I got that. Looks about right. Let's see. I'll select the face. I'm gonna make the foundation. I'm gonna make it one. Well, I'm gonna drag this up. I'm gonna select the bottom face. I'm gonna move this down to a black line. And then I'll select the top face. And I'm gonna drag that down to halfway. Half of a full, so 3 small cubes basically. Okay, so we have our foundation. I'm gonna drag it down. Next, I am going to select my face. I'm gonna hold, press R, then hold Shift, and I'm gonna scale it down a little bit. Okay. For the walls, and then all I want to do is go to Edge mode. Press the W key, and I'm gonna drag this down till it's at the first block. So I'm doing 1 block wide for the walls. Select this edge. Okay. Select this one. Okay. Select the last edge. Drag it over. That looks pretty good to me. Okay. So next, what I want to do is go to face select, and we're just gonna select the edges. So I want to hold Shift and select these other ones. Okay. We have them all selected. So next, I'm gonna hold Shift again. I'm gonna drag it up. Until that half mark. Okay. I'm gonna make the door probably something like that. But I'll probably do it in the middle. We'll see how many wide are we. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, so it's going to be that inside one. Okay. No problems. Okay, so now we want to make our door. So I'm going to go face select, R key, and I'm just going to scale this in. Hold Shift and scale it in. Okay. So next, let's scale the door in. Okay, then want to select the edges. I'll line it up to that line. Let's see. I'm gonna select that one, and I'm gonna scale that down a little bit. I'll take this one, and I'm gonna scale in. Okay. This door is a little too wide. So let's go down in one. Trying to think. Yeah, I'll scale this in 1, 2. Okay. That's roughly a good size for a door. Okay. Okay, so next what I want to do, so we're going to select our edge mode and we'll select this, and we got to make sure this is perfectly lined up on that line. Let's go ahead and check them all, because this is a crucial part for when we're going to link the two sides together, so we need these to be perfectly lined up. Yes, this one's close as we can get it. It's more towards the bottom, so we need to go down to inside, okay? Okay, so select face mode and R key, shift, and then we'll scale this in. Somewhere close to where we want it. Scale that down. Okay. Edge mode, W key, remove tool. And I'm going to select this edge. I'm going to drag that down. I'm going to zoom in, make sure we're lined up. Sure. I'm going to Control Z that. It's just acting up. That might be as close as we could get. It's just jumping too far. Okay, that's fine. Just have to make do. This. Drag down to that line. Just want to raise that up just a bit. Oh yeah, that did. So looks like we might have just been having a mouse problem. Okay, I'm gonna select this edge. And I'm gonna move that. Okay. That's close as it'll let me get, so that's okay. Bring this one into that line. Okay. Let's see. Ooh, I'm off, aren't I? Let me see where this is located at. Yeah, so we're on 3 on both sides. So this side needs to be brought in one more time. Let's go ahead, move in. Okay. All right. So next what we want to do is select our face mode again. I'm going to detach this face and select this face, detach it, I'm select it again and hold shift and select that face, and I'm just going to drag these out because that's going to make your door. Okay. Okay. So now we need to select our edges. Go to edge mode, and I'm going to go around and select these edges. Okay. Okay. So shift. Then we'll just individually fix all this. Actually, that time it might have did good. Huh. Okay, looks like we're not gonna have to modify. Well, yeah, we do. Okay, right there. So to fix this, I'm gonna grab this edge. Come on down. Okay. That looks like that fixed that one. I'll do the same thing here. So we need this one. It looks like we might need to drag this one back to match that one. Yep. Okay. Fix that one. Let's see, where's this one messed up at? This one, it's probably up here in it. That one, I think we're gonna be good with that one. That one looks okay. What about the bottom? I think we're good. That's the basis for door. Now let's take this, select the edges for the door. Hold shift and select them. Okay. Then I'm gonna hold shift, slide that over. Okay. On this, I'm just gonna go back to face mode, select the face. Actually might be easier, we'll see. Select the edges up top. Oops, select the terrain. Go figure. Almost want to unselect the terrain. Okay. Go back to selecting the edge. We got that edge. And shift click that edge. Let's connect. No. Okay. Bridge the edges. Okay, there we go. Now we got a door roughly, but it's a little too thick. So I'm going to go to object, select. Okay. And I guess we're not. We'll just select faces. And just hold shift and select all these faces. Okay. So scale that in. Let me grab these edges here. Yeah. While holding shift clicking. Alright. And W for the move tool, and I'm just going to move these in to right about there. Okay, so now we got a door. So move that back in there. See how it lines up. It's okay if it has some cracks in it. Actually, I'm going to put it back to where it was. Okay, that's fine. I'm okay with that crack, but I'll make it a little smaller than the door. Just by a little bit. No, scale that up one. Okay. Scale that up. Well, actually, I'll drag that back out. And I'm going to grab a face. I'm just going to get a little bigger, object mode, and I'm going to drag it back in here. Can actually, let's see. There we go. Select center pivot, and then see how that fits. Okay, I'm going to shift this over a little bit. Okay. Looks like I might need to make it a little smaller. Yeah. Something like that. That's fine. Now these on the y-axis, I need to scale it down just a touch. Okay, got a gap down there. That might have been a bit much. So I'm gonna scale it up a little bit. Control Z that. Okay, that's fine. I'll just drag it with the face, by the face I mean. Select face mode, select this top face, and I'm gonna come down, up, I mean, just a little bit. Okay. That's probably fine for the floor gap. We can always change this. Object mode. But there we go. I'm gonna hold V for vertex snap mode. I'm gonna snap that up there. And then I'm gonna bring that down a little bit. Okay. Something like that for the door is fine for now. Okay. So next we want to make some windows. So I'm going to face select. I'm going to wait on these windows for a second because we're not going to be able to face select. Actually, no. Face select, and then we're going to go cut tool. I'm going to put my window in this middle section right here. Okay. I just want one window in this. Yeah, put it right here. And I'm going to select this one. I'm going to zoom in so I can make sure I got it perfect or close to perfect. Drag over here. There. Come on down about there. Okay. Then finally, I'm going to select the last one. So we got a window for that. It looks a little small, so I'll probably make it bigger. Taller, at least. So I want to go to edge select. I'm just going to raise this up to here. That's probably good enough for me, it looks like. Make sure that's lined up good. Control Z that since it's not lining up. That's okay. We're just gonna have to be okay with that because it just refuses to let me change it how I want to. Okay. I'm looking at this. Let's see. So that's 2 in. Actually not liking where this door is lining up. Select this. I mean window lining up. So I think I'm gonna. Maybe I just need. I think our house is too big, is what I'm realizing. Which is fine. We can shrink it. We're going to shrink it in by where I want my windows. I think I want my window a little big, a little wider maybe. By 1, maybe longer. No, that's fine. That's a good height. I'm looking at the door, so good height. So maybe I want to come over 1. So I'm going to grab this edge. Make sure I got that lined up. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Something like that. I want another one over here. I think I'm going to go ahead and make my select face mode and make my house a little smaller because it looks like it's a little too big for what I'm trying to do here. Oops, what is going on here? Oh yeah, dumb. Okay, so I should be selecting the whole object. No, I think I could select shift and select this too. Let's see what happens. Yep, that's what I wanted. So bring that in to it's right about there. That looks okay. So I need to do the same thing to this side real quick. Whoa. What is this face? I had no idea what that was there. That's creepy. And we'll bring this in to there. Yep. And I'm going to get rid of this ghost face out here. Oh yeah, I remember what that was, the door. I forgot. I moved that over there. And this door actually needs to be slid in a bit. It's a little too much. Okay. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, I'm going to select my window again. See if it looks like it might be a little high now. No, that's good. Okay. So we're going to do it on the inside. And this one right here. Okay. So we're go to face mode, select our face, cut tool, and it looks like it is 5 wide and 5 tall. Okay. And looks like we start here. So we're gonna count down 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll zoom in to that corner. Okay. Count over 5. Zoom in. Okay. Come all the way up. Okay, and then select the last one. And we roughly have our windows, but we got to do the inside as well. Okay. Select our face mode and select the face. Cut tool. Count down 5. 3, 4, 5 right there. Count over 5. So there. Here we go. Okay. Select the last one. Next, we need to do it over here. So we gotta select face mode, select the face, cut tool. Okay, we know it starts in this corner. Okay, count over 5. So right on this line. Count down 5. 3, 4, 5. Okay. Over 5, and it's right about there. Then we select our last one. There we go. So now what we got to do is face mode, select our faces. And I'm going to hit detach faces. Select on the faces again by holding. So click on one and hold shift and click, and I'm going to press delete so we can kind of see what our windows look like. Okay, it looks pretty good. Now we got to select these outside ones. Do the same thing. Select their face. Faces, detach the faces. Click on the faces again. Hold shift, click on the other one, press delete. And that's what it kind of looks like right now. So the next part is the same thing we did to the door. We're going to go to edge mode. And try to find our edges. Here we go. Shift. So click one, then shift click around. So you get all of them. And then we're going to come up here so we can kind of see. And we're going to hold shift and we're going to drag these over until they're lined up. Okay. And we're going to come over here, do the same thing. Click on one, then shift click around the edges. And we're going to hold shift and drag it over. Okay. And these actually worked a lot better than the door did. Sides right there. Looks like we're good everywhere else. Okay. I'm going to fix that one in a second. I just want to check these real quick. Got a little gap there. No worries. Okay. So we'll fix these two right real quick. So we're still in edge select mode and we're going to select this edge and we're just going to drag it over till it lines up. Okay. Back to this one. Select the edge. Drag it over. And this one might be off a little bit. Yep, okay. Looks like I need to bring it back just a little bit. Okay. Let's check this one, see if that one was wrong in that way. Nope. Okay. So there we go. We got our windows. So next what we want to do is build out our windows. So I'm going to click on new shape. It's going to be a cube. I'm going to zero this out. Okay. And then I'm going to drag out something like that. I'll just press the W key for the move tool and we'll move it over here to the window so we can get the scale right. Okay. So it's going to be in the center one. Okay. So we need it to be a little bit taller. Okay. W key, I'm gonna move it up so it's barely protruding on both sides. Okay. Now I'm gonna scale it down. And scale it in to be something like that. Okay. So next, let's make sure that's about center. Yeah, pretty good. So I'm gonna press Control D for control duplicate, and I'm just gonna drag it over till it's barely touching the side. Maybe, yeah, okay. Control duplicate again, drag it over to the other side. Alright, we're going to control duplicate one more time. And then we're going to go to the inspector and we're going to change it on the Y 90 to, oops, not the Y. It is going to be the Z we'll change that to 0. And then change, I think, the X to 90. No, it's going to be the Y. I should have looked at my little cursor there and it would have told me that. Okay, there we go. I'll drag this over. Something like so. Looks like we're a little off. No. I think if I change it. Nope. Oops. Wrong one. On the X. Change that 90. I might fix that. Yeah. Okay. So now I want to control duplicate that and raise it up so it's just touching. And we're just building in our frame, okay? If it's not obvious, I mean, drag that one down. Feel free to be creative. If you don't want to build this type of frame, build whatever kind of frame you want, okay? So now that we have our frame, we are going to add 2 planes in here, okay? So, new shape. I'm going to click on plane. And I'm going to drag it across here. Like so, okay? And then I'm going to drag, oops. Why is it a cut tool there? That was weird. I think that was just a bug. And I'm going to set that in to place. Okay. Then I'm going to press Control Duplicate. I'm going to drag this one a little further back. And then I'm going to flip the normals. And kind of eyeball that. So I need to try to make it somewhat equal to the other one. Okay, something like that. Alright, so that is basically our window, but real quick I'm going to throw some material on it. So I'm going to go to my material editor and I'm going to add the glass. To both of them. Okay. Now you really can't see that, so I'm going to go ahead and click on project, click on our material, and it'll pop up our glass material. And if we come to an inspector, we can come back here and we can change the opacity and change the color till it looks good into your scene. Okay. Let's see. And then we got basically a window, okay? So next what I want to do is object mode, and I'm just going to select, hold shift and click all these. Should get inside, click that one, okay? And what we want to do is come over here and we're going to create an empty parent and call this window. Okay? I'm going to name this center frame. Okay. Frame, or maybe like right, or let's just call it side frame, or I'm like R for right side frame. Okay. L side frame. Let me think. Center, let's see, what do I call that? Center frame. So I'm gonna change that to P center for parallel. Or no. Vertical, so I'm gonna say V center because that's going vertical, and then this one I'm gonna put H center for horizontal frame. Okay. I'm gonna put top frame. Bottom frame. Next, I'm gonna shift click all those, and I'm gonna right click, create empty parent, and I'm gonna name that frame. Go ahead, minimize that. And then next, what we want to do is change it from plane to front glass. And, or no, let's be more descriptive. I'm gonna call it outside glass. Outside glass. Inside. What's cool about this glass is how I showed you how to do it, right? So if I click on this, we didn't add a base map, but I'm gonna show you something. So I'm gonna click on the outside glass. Actually, it'll be the same either way, so it doesn't matter. But what you could do is, if you wanted the inside glass and outside glass to be different, like dirt textures on it, you could add dirt textures. Or if you want this stained glass, or it's look like whatever you want. So I'm just gonna search some. Let's see. Let's look for dirt maybe. Nothing. Let's see. Let's just scroll through there, see if something. I'm just gonna click on something random, okay? But basically, if you see, it almost looks like dirt. But if you actually got a dirt texture, it'll look better than that. But so you could add some depth to your glass. Actually make it look more realistic by adding a texture to it. So I can go find like a dirt texture or a stained glass texture, or let's see, let's click this. We can kind of see, you know what I mean? You get different stylized glass by doing that. I'm gonna select none, but I was just messing around, see what it looked like. None, okay. And that's acceptable too, you know? All right. So now that we got that organized, I'm gonna click on the window. I'm gonna press Control D to duplicate it, and I'm just gonna drag it over to my window. Okay. So I'm gonna have to scale this one up a little bit. That's fine. No harm, no foul. Yeah. This window I made a little bit bigger, but a player wouldn't notice it, so that is okay with me. Slide it over. Actually, to fix this one, I'm gonna select that and just slide that over. Better check this one, make sure. Nope, this one's fine. Okay. Then we have our windows. So for the door, I'm gonna go ahead and select my door. And we're gonna go to Material Editor. Well, hold on, hold on. It's called cube, so I'm gonna change this to door. And then this cube. What in the world is that? Oh, okay, I see. It's just a little glitch. So I'm gonna click on this cube because this is our actual house, and I'm gonna name house walls. Okay, and then I'm gonna drag this down above door. Okay, and I'm gonna shift click all these, and I'm gonna create empty parent, and I'm gonna name this house. It is my third house, so I'm gonna name it house 3, but you can just name it house or whatever you like. Here we go. So now I'm gonna throw a little material on the door real quick. Material editor, let's see. Maybe, let's see. I think if, oh, change the UV real quick, this will look fine for now. So I'm gonna go UV editor, select face mode. Excuse me, sorry. I'm gonna hold shift, click this other face, and I'm gonna select this. Then change rotation to 90. And as you see, looks more like a door, okay? And then also, we can go ahead and grab this object and select our material that we want. And it looks pretty much like a house, right? Okay. So if your material's facing like the wrong way, like for instance, I'm gonna go ahead and select the floor. Make sure I select that as well. And then UV editor. I'm gonna go ahead and change it to 90. Okay. So we got it facing the right way. Then up here, change that to 90. As well as this one. 90 degrees, and then we're almost done with the house. All we need to do is build the roof, okay? So there's a couple ways to do this. So now I'm gonna come over here, new shape, prism. I'm gonna zero this out. Okay, I'm gonna draw the roof, and then okay, raise it up somewhere like that. That's not big enough, so I'm gonna scale it up. Let's make it steep enough, okay? Then I need to make it wider. And then while we're at it, let's go ahead and change the material, okay? Bring this up, slide it over. Okay. Need to make it a little longer. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna reselect, add the material to it. Looks like I need to make it a little wider this way. I'm gonna re-add the material since I changed it. Okay. Definitely too big. Just fine. I just want to see if this is. Looks like we're perfectly center though. Oh, almost. Okay. I'm just trying to figure out how big I want it, okay? I'm thinking scale it up. I'm gonna select the face mode. I'm gonna drag this in. W key for the move tool, okay? I'm gonna slide this over. Okay. And I'm gonna make this roughly like 1.5, I think, extend past. Okay. To the front. Let's see. Scale that down. It's about 1.5. Roughly. Yeah. Okay. Let's make sure roof shape still looks good. And we're roughly where we need to be, okay? So I'm gonna snap that down. And then I am going to select edge mode. Select this edge. I'm gonna press R. And I'm gonna zoom out. I'm gonna scale this in a bit. Okay. And that looks pretty good to me. Let's try to see 2.25 from up top. I think we're perfectly center, but it's not bad. We could always change it later. It's fine for now. Go object select mode, press W for the move tool, and then we're just going to add a roof material. Okay. Trying to see, does that look good? Yeah, that one looks pretty good, so I'm going to stick with this one for now. And obviously I need to rotate these. So face mode, I'm going to select this face and this face. Yeah, okay. UV select 90 degrees. Let's make sure they're facing the right way. That one is. That one is not. Okay. So I'm gonna select this face, and this needs to be 270. And now it's facing the right way. Okay. And then, so let's come into here, and I'm gonna go ahead and dock this too, actually, so it's out the way. Go back to my material editor, face mode, and we got our face selected. Now I'm gonna change it to the wood material. UV editor. I'm gonna undock it because it does not look good docked. Okay. Rotate it 90. Okay. I think the wood is a little too small though, now looking at it. So I'm gonna go ahead, go back to object mode, UV editor, and we're gonna select face mode. We're gonna select all the faces we want to change. So we're gonna leave those alone, and we're gonna change the size to like 2. Then I'm gonna come around here, do the same thing. Actually, yeah, we fixed those, so we're just gonna do this whole outside real quick. Change that to that, so the wood's bigger. See how it looks. Looks pretty good to me. But I think we want to move our UV though. So I'm gonna select these all. Ooh, did I change that one? Yes, I did. Okay. Make sure we select all our faces we want. Okay. I'm gonna move the UAVs, so select this, and I'm gonna try to move that. Something like that. So it looks less repetitive. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. Now inside, need to do the same thing. Face mode, UV editor. Select 2. Select all these. UV editor. Make sure you select that. And then I'm going to select 2. Okay. Exit out of that. Okay, that looks good. Okay, I'm going to select the door. Object. I'm going to select object, UV editor. Face mode, actually. I was wrong. So face mode. I'm going to select these 2 faces. Change them to 2. Okay. That's a little too big, it looks like, so change that back to 1. Yeah. Okay, that looks good. All right. So one last thing. I need to change the material for this. this ain't the last thing, but we need to change the material for these. Rotate them. Okay. UV editor. Change those to 90. Oh, crap. Oh, that scared me for a second. I thought I had other stuff selected. That looks better. We always can fine tune them and line them up if they don't match. Like that one, but I'm going to leave it for now. Okay, looks way better. We need to change our materials for these. The frame. Oops. Let's go object. Okay. I want to select these two. Alright. So we get all of them selected and okay, that looks pretty good. Alright, so now it's finally come to the time where we need to test out our house. We may have to adjust the tiles, stuff like that, but for now it looks pretty good. So I need to be able to get inside. So I'm going to select the house. Actually, I forgot. We got to change the roof to roof, okay? It's going to be called prism. You change it to roof. Drag the roof into the house, okay? And then I'm going to lower this house so we actually can step into it. Should be able to step into that, okay? Also, we're not going to be able to get inside right now, so I'm going to have to rotate the door so I can get inside. Ooh, speaking of which, let's fix this real quick. I'm going to move the door out the way. Face mode. And we'll select the frame right there. And then UV editor. Rotate them 90. Okay. And let's see, line that up a little different. We can make that one, scale that one up actually. So R, select that. Okay. I'm gonna scale this piece up. Something like that. W key to move it over. And yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Actually, I need to move it down a little bit, I think, or just scale it up a little bit more. Okay, we got that. We need to select these, W key. Need R, I need to scale this up. Oops, not sure why this is not letting me scale up how I want. Ah, need to make sure it's 90. For some reason I got. Okay. R to scale it up. Guess I'll do it like this. I'll change this to 0.9. Okay, yep, that seemed like that fixed it. So I'll come back up to this, change this to 90. Okay, and then I'll do 0.9. Okay. Check this out real quick. Okay. Here it is. Okay, I see a little repetition in the tiles on the roof, so I might end up changing them, but for now it's okay. Okay, looks pretty good to me. Alright. I want to thank y'all for watching, and I hope y'all have a wonderful day, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.
Like and subscribe for more content like this.